Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Long Darks. Welcome to the Far Territories DLC. This is going to be a video on everything you need to know about the expansion, and we're going to go through their whole entire roadmap and everything that's coming out. So it's going to be released in multiple parts over the course of 12 months, and I think it goes in to say from updates will be released in an 8 to 10 weeks cadence, with the time and composition depending on development realities. So this could be like 3 parts or 4. 10 weeks, I feel like that would be a 4 parts over the whole year, but maybe they only get 3, I don't know. But there's new regions coming, of course. The Far Range Branch Line and Transfer Pass Hub. So this is going to serve as a hub for the Far Territories. My guess was that this will be the first area that we come into to the Far Territories, and then you will have 3 different, because there's 3 different maps they're adding besides these 2, I believe, being Forsaken Airfield, Industrial Mine, and Mountain Pass, that we will have to go to. So I think this is going to be the hub that kind of serves for the region to get to all the other regions, in short. So we get the Forsaken Airfield, which is going to be the first one released, and it's going to be one of the coldest regions yet, apparently. And then we get Industrial Mine, so a mine that's going to be really cool to see. There's going to be the Mountain Pass, and we get new gameplay. You can see the Cougar, which is coming in an update, which is cool. We'll get that in a bit. There's the Glimmer Fog, a mysterious phenomenon first encountered in Far Territory. Glimmer Fog changes the air and ground with electrostatic energy, animating some electronics in entirely unpredictable ways. So, like, that radio you see in the update when it was kind of flickering on, and that helicopter that was flickering on, I'm guessing that's it. So that's going to be cool to see. I don't know exactly how it works yet. I don't think anyone does. But the glimmer and like electric you can see go off of the snow. I'm sure that plays into a role and may even damage us, which will be insane actually. Make that be very dangerous. Exposure to certain influences may trigger an insomnia affliction, introducing a new series of risks for you to manage as you do your best to avoid their cause. So insomnia, I'm guessing we're not going to be able to sleep during this affliction, which is going to be crazy. Maybe we see some hallucinations and stuff, maybe wolves that aren't there or something. So that might be kind of crazy to see. We get handheld shortwave. During the aurora or when in the glimmer fog, the handheld shortwave may pick up errant signals that could lead you to supplies and locations that you wouldn't otherwise find. So maybe there's going to be like, kind of like how you have the trapper's cache. Maybe it's going to be some of that stuff. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. Maybe that can lead us to the new trader they're adding and all that too. So we get enhanced cooking. So we get recipes and new ingredients to open a range of possibilities for food. Preparations that can offer different gameplay effects. So maybe we can make stews, soups, maybe we can make different types of things. I don't know exactly. I do know that they're adding soup. It's mentioned in the trailer that I went over. So that's going to be cool to see. We have the Travoy, which I'm excited for. A craftable tool for dragging supplies over long distance. Dramatically increases your carrying capacity at the expense of speed and mobility. That's going to be really good for moving bases. I know moving bases in Long Dark has been a very big hassle. And you mostly have to leave everything that's kind of important behind, but take the stuff that's like a necessity for when you get over there to your new base. So the ptarmigan, I think, is how you pronounce that. A small winter bird that gathers in flocks can be a source of food, and its feathers can become a useful crafting material. I don't know exactly the use for this bird. I'm guessing feathers for arrows are going to be in there. That's going to be cool to see. We don't have a picture of the ptarmigan yet, which I'm guessing it's just going to look like this, you know, a small little bird. And there's been birds in the game for a while, but you couldn't actually interact with them. So maybe it's a different way to get feathers than them just dropping off bodies. So a source of rare goods and useful information for a price. The trader. I don't know what exactly the trade's going to be. I don't know what the price is going to be yet. I didn't want to do that. So my guess is that maybe there's a use for old war money now, but I don't see that actually becoming the case. Old war money is actually somewhat rare find which is kind of crazy. So maybe every item in the game like has a price tag with it. So like say you have an extra rifle laying around, you can sell that to the trader or like trade it in for currency that they may have or something. We get Safehouse customization, which I'm excited for because I like to organize all my things in a certain way. So survive in relative comfort through a series of features and items that allow you to organize, optimize, and decorate your favorite interiors. So maybe we get to move around couches and stuff and lamps. I don't really know exactly what they would do with that, but I would have guessed that we could move around couches and all that instead of just tearing them down for extra space. There's a photo mode added to the Long Dark for but contextualized with an in-game camera and darkroom chemicals so that you can process your own film. This is gonna be really cool to see. This is like, I think it's gonna be a Polaroid camera. At least they seem to look like Polaroids. So I'm guessing we get like a Polaroid camera and then you get darkroom chemicals. I don't know exactly how you do it, but that's kind of cool. There's a deadly hunter. The Cougar stalks the rocky crags and ravines around Great Bear and may be your greatest nemesis yet. So from what I've gathered, the Cougar is going to not just be exclusive to the new regions. They're going to spawn in different regions all over the map. So it says rocky crags and ravines. So I'm guessing ravine will be a spot where the Cougar can spawn, and a few others. I would say that Timberwolf Mountain maybe has cougars there. There's a lot of rocky terrain there for him. So I'm guessing this also is just going to be a kind of an animal that kind of stalks you and tries to pounce on you at times. Maybe if you see it, it doesn't try to actually get you then, but may get you somewhere else. Then we get item variants, which we've seen actually a few of the variants already, including Vaughn's rifle, a new bow, and a new lantern. But there's going to be new clothing as well, as long as new hatchet and knives variants. So maybe this is like how it is. Say maybe this rifle does more damage but has less ammo. So say it can only hold, I don't know, let's say 7 rounds. And then it does about 10 to 20% more damage with each shot. Whereas the normal rifle is normal damage but also has 10 rounds. Something like that. The bows, we saw the bow. Maybe it just has more drawstring power. It's a little heavier, but it packs more of a punch and is more deadly to bigger animals or something like that. The knives we have not seen, but I'm guessing that maybe we get a combat knife, which is more useful in struggles, but maybe less effective skinning animals. Or maybe it's about the same skinning animals. Or maybe it's just a skinning knife that we can find, and there's increased skinning speed plus gutting animals and getting all the meat. So reduce times by, say, 20 to 30%. Then the hatchets, maybe it's just a sharper hatchet. I don't know exactly what they could do with the hatchets. We actually saw a lantern variant, a red lantern. So that might just be color, but maybe it has brighter light with less fuel, or maybe it has more fuel, and that's just that. Certain clothing, I don't exactly know what they could do yet. Maybe there's new ones. I am intrigued though to see if there will be any new clothing with the 2 different animals that they're adding, because the doe's about the same as the buck. So I don't know, maybe we just get less meat from him, or her I should say. And then certain I don't know, maybe the cougar, you can make like a coat with it or a hat. It'd actually be kind of cool, a cougar head hat. That'd be dope actually. So maybe, I don't know. But there's a picture of the Trevoy, and here's where it's carrying. So that's cool. Also, maybe we're not able to attack with the Trevoy because it looks like there's handles right there, obviously. So maybe you have to kind of hold that and can't take out like a pistol or something without dropping this, which would make sense. And there's a story within survival. Instead of challenges, Tales from the Far Territory will include 3 narrative-driven tales, stories of the territory's mysterious past, each with narrative-focused gameplay objectives that help build up the story of Great Bear Island and connect back to the Wintermute storyline, which culminates in episode 5. So that'd be cool. I feel like they could definitely do more of a story with survival mode about kind of the aftermath of the storyline. I have not played any of Wintermute. I'm gonna catch up on episode 4, and I'll release that all on the channel before episode 5 comes out. So that's really cool that they're adding a story within the thing. And these are the free updates that everyone will get. All wildlife spawns have been refreshed. Create new dynamic wildlife patterns to learn and adapt to as you explore Great Bear Island. So where deer spawn now might be bears and so forth. They'll just spawn in different things and global wildlife migrations. So that's kind of cool. There's a resource refresh. All loot tables and item placements have been refreshed, giving the game world an updated feeling. Resources have been themed to match regions to avoid all regions feeling the same. Then you get spawn points refresh. So all players starting spawns for all experience modes have been updated, returning that feeling of being lost at the beginning of every new game. Then that was visor notes in cars or in other places in the world. You might find notes left behind that point to an item or useful bits of information that can be found somewhere else in the world. That's kind of cool. There's fire hardened arrows. So those are basically arrows for like not wolves or anything bigger than say the rabbits or the new partigan. So for smaller games, so those are small game arrows that you can make at campfires. Then there's acorns being added. So collect them from the new oak trees, dry and grind them into powder for a stimulating coffee-like drink, or as flour for food preparation. Oh, so that's gonna be really cool. Maybe we can make like fried chicken or fried partigan. That'd be cool. So flour, that's gonna definitely increase stuff we can do in the game. There's the burdock plant being added. So harvest a hardy winter root that can be dried and brewed into a tea with useful medical properties. There's new animations for in first-person harvesting, like field dressing deer. So I'm guessing we'll see like you cutting open deer and getting all the meat and stuff. And then maybe we can actually get an animation where the rushing mushrooms off the tree trunks, you can grab them and pull them apart and all that. So we get the improvised crampons, which thank you to, I'm going to put his name on the screen. I forgot his name. I think it was Farian that actually told me about the improvised crampons. So he saw them in the trailer that I didn't see. So you can craft your own crampons to make trekking on steep, icy terrain a bit safer. There's improvised fishing. The current system expanded and made more interesting. I really would love for them to add a fishing pool, and maybe we can get bait in the game and all that stuff. So I would love a fishing and tackle type system. Then we get the insulated flasks, so something to keep your hot drinks hot for longer. That's pretty dope. I think that's kind of insane. Improved beach combing. I've never beach combed in this game, but the current system expanded and way more interesting. So that's pretty cool. And we get the doe. I'll put a picture on the screen somewhere. But we get the new doe in the game, which is about time. It's been like 8 or 10 years. Then you get Hunted Part 3, so that's coming out now. Then there's visual enhancements. And that's about it, guys, for everything you need to know right now. When they announce new things, I will do new update videos on them. I think this is the new oak tree, by the way. So here's also the new oak tree. I don't know why I did that, but there's the new oak tree. So maybe we get new types of firewoods in the game that might burn longer or do new things. So yeah, guys, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all enjoyed.